Well, hello. Today I want to follow on from the thought for the day that Pauline Clark did on the 7th of May when she talked about growth. Pauline shared that leaders from our churches in the benefice, both clergy and lay leaders, have recently been on an online conference on the subject of church growth. Why? Because we want our churches to grow. Why? Well, partly because growth is healthy. It's a natural thing. Anything that is healthy grows. But also because we are passionate about seeing people come to know Christ for themselves. Why, you may ask? Well, I hope you're not asking, but if you do, well, because we know that life with Jesus is better than life without Jesus. I hope you do know that. My life has been transformed by knowing Jesus, and I hope yours has too. And of course, alongside that, one of the key commands that Jesus gives his disciples is to share the good news and introduce others to him. When we do that, our churches grow. But there are other things that we need to do too to help our churches to grow. And of course, it's not just about numerical growth, although it most definitely is about numerical growth, but it's also about spiritual growth, about people becoming more and more like Jesus. Are you becoming more and more like Jesus? I hope I am. And it's also about growing in our service to the community, the local community in which we find ourselves, as we share with them the love of God. So it's about numerical growth, it's about spiritual growth, and it's about missional growth. And that's exciting. I hope that you've been praying the new prayer for growth that we now have started to include on our emails that come out every week. And once a week we include the prayer for growth on there. But as well as praying that prayer, are you willing to be an answer to that prayer? Are you willing to work with the leaders of your church to help growth happen? And if not, I wonder why not. There's a quote from the Right Reverend Philip North, who's the Bishop of Burnley. And he says this: if you are not leading your church into growth, where are you leading it? If you are not leading your church into growth, where are you leading it? Good question. And I could slightly rephrase that question so that for those of you who say, well, I'm not a leader, so it doesn't apply to me, I could rephrase it and say, if you don't have a desire for your church to grow, what do you desire for your church? If you don't desire your church to grow, what do you desire for it? Surely we must all long and desire to see growth in our churches. And of course there are lots of parables in the Gospels about growth, and they all combine, I don't know if you've noticed this before, but they all combine the work of God with the work of people. We're called to work with God to enable growth. So my question is, are you in? And I really hope your answer is yes. I'll talk more about what some of that might mean next time, but for today I simply want to ask you to reflect on the question, do I have the desire to see my church grow? And if the answer is yes, I'd like to invite you afresh to pray the prayer of growth that we're now including weekly in our Thought for the Day emails. Write that prayer down. Stick it somewhere so you can pray it every day. And as you pray it, mean it. And let's see what God does. And so as I end, let's pray together. God of mission, who alone brings growth to your church, send your Holy Spirit to give vision to our planning, wisdom to our actions, and power to our witness. Help our church to grow in numbers, in spiritual commitment to you, and in service to our local community. Through Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen.